Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I got three new things this morning to share with you. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, that's a fantastic cup of coffee. First new thing is, coffee of the month came through again from Black Rifle Coffee Company. We got a brand new pack of Beyond Black coffee Keurig cups right here. Yeah, and last week's Keurig machine, the Keurig machine last week, went on the fritz. It was completely dead. It would not work. And I think I burned through a couple of these. I opened this up. It was brand new. And I burned through a couple of these trying to get that machine to work. And then I called up technical support. And they said, yeah, your machine's dead. We'll send you a new one. They sent me a new one. A few days later, it arrived. It was on my doorstep. I got it right over there. It brewed a fresh cup of coffee this morning. Beyond Black. So that's two new things. The Beyond Black Keurig coffee cups from Black Rifle Coffee Company. Again, thanks to Jason Ellison and the boys for that coffee of the month gift, Christmas gift. Absolutely fantastic. The new Keurig machine that they very, very kindly replaced. No questions asked. We went through some things. Does this work? Does that work? And they said, you know what? The engine or the motor or whatever is fried. Don't worry about it. We're going to send you a brand new one. And like 2-3 days later, there it was. I could not believe it. Buy with confidence from the folks at Keurig. They really, really stand behind their product. Was not even a year old. I bought it like middle of July last year. Still under warranty. They replaced it. Absolutely fantastic. And the third new item, maybe you caught a glimpse of it, this fantastic coffee mug from viewer Jimmy V Photography. Check that out. This is the classic Peanuts comic characters, Snoopy and Linus right there. And of course, the handle is Linus's security blanket that Snoopy would from time to time grab and run with, dragging Linus behind him. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? There's Snoopy right there. Here's the start of the blanket here, and it becomes my coffee mug handle like this. And there is Linus hanging on. That's absolutely fantastic, fantastic coffee mug. Jimmy, thank you so very, very much. That is a great, great coffee mug. Hang on, one more sip. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And I know some of you might be asking yourselves, did I ever have a chance to meet Charles Schulz, or did I know him? I did meet him through the National Cartoonist Society. He was a very, very nice man, and always had time to chat. A very, very nice man. So that was kind of neat that I got a chance to at least exchange a few, just chat with him a little while, exchange a few thoughts here and there, anecdotes about cartooning and that sort of thing. But very, very nice man. A fantastic, fantastic coffee mug. So it does serve as a reminder of the few times that I had a chance to meet Mr. Schulz and shake his hand. Really, really neat. Look at that again. There's Linus, and he's hanging on to a security blanket, which is the coffee mug handle, and there's Snoopy grabbing it and running away with it. How about that? Absolutely fantastic. And of course, this Thursday is the 4th of July, Independence Day here in the United States of America. We kick the show off with some fireworks for you. Kind of getting ahead of ourselves, but it's always a good time for fireworks this time of year. So there you go, some fireworks for an early 4th of July celebration this week. Wow, absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to that. It's probably going to be a 4-day weekend for a lot of folks out there, because the 4th of July is on Thursday, and then you got Friday. So companies might close down for Friday, and then you get Saturday and Sunday. So it might be a nice long 4-day weekend for the 4th of July this week. Great to be with you. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me, as we like to say on the show. A good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Hang out. One more sip. Yeah, that Black Rifle Beyond Black That's a good one. That really is bold and smooth. Really, really nice. And hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate that. Hey, for those of you who are listening to the podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in. If you get a chance, after listening to the podcast, get over to the YouTube channel and just check out the video section, the video of the Monday Morning Mailbag, and check out this mug. Really, it really is a terrific, very, very creative design. I don't think I'm doing justice in my description of the mug. You really have to see it firsthand. So that's what we got going on this morning. Great to be with you. We got a fantastic show for you. We got a really fun viewer shaving tip this morning. We also have an extra shaving tip courtesy of Mark Bagwell. This is one that Mark has mentioned to me on several occasions, and I keep forgetting to pass it along. I remembered to do it this morning, so I'm looking forward to that. We've got some great shave den visits for you this morning. Also, some really, really wonderful refill comments and a lot of new wet shaving gear this morning. And we also have some great questions and comments. Just a packed show this morning. I'm so glad you're with me. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. So let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. This morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Dapper Dave, and he writes, "Man, it's really been hot this week. I've been looking forward to a good menthol shave after my morning run. Nothing is better than some Parasso Green and Duke Cannon Icy Cold Balm to get you back out the door. I'm not complaining about the heat, but I hang on 1 minute. This is a very fun, lighthearted shaving tip. Hang on. I'm not complaining about the heat, but I hydroplaned off the toilet into the bathtub this morning. Bruised both my ego and backside. Here's a tip. Slow down and enjoy the shave. Those bathroom slips can smart. Have a good day. Dave." Yeah, Dave, that's an absolutely fantastic shaving tip and a good safety tip to remember. We rush around sometimes too much in the morning to get out the door. Remember, if you're doing a morning shave, wake up a little earlier and take your time and enjoy the shave, especially if you're splashing around there in the bathroom. You don't want to slip and fall. Absolutely. So that's a fantastic safety tip, a fantastic shaving tip, a great reminder just to slow down and enjoy the traditional wet shave. So thanks very much for that, Dave. Really, really do appreciate it. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it on the morning viewer shaving tips segment here on the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Dapper Dave, thanks again for a really terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Well, this morning we have an extra shave tip, and it comes courtesy of viewer Mark Bagwell. Now, this is a shaving tip that Mark has passed on to me several times, and I've always forgotten to pass it on to viewers. And I remembered this week a couple of reasons. Number one, I've got this terrific Rex Supply t-shirt. Here it is. Let me show it to you right here. See that? Rex Supply. Yeah, I got this at the Maggard meetup this past April. I believe it was in April, right? Yeah, I think it was in April. And Matt Pisarcik was handing these out, and I met Matt Pisarcik in person, an absolutely wonderful guy and the guru of all things vintage Gillette razors. Man, does he know his stuff. Absolutely fantastic. And if you have a vintage Gillette razor that you want replated or tuned up, Razor Emporium, that's the place to go. Absolutely. They do a fantastic job there from what viewers have been telling me. So yeah, the t-shirt reminded me, and also the review we had this past Saturday on Old Salty also reminded me, because I used the Rex Supply Envoy razor. Now here is my black walnut and leather case for the Envoy razor. I'm going to open it up here. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful razor case. And here is my Rex Supply Envoy razor right here with the standard handle. You can also get an XL handle for it, which is right here. Okay, right there. Okay, it makes it a little bit longer, as you can see. So they sell the Envoy in the standard original length and also as the XL, or you can buy the standard and buy the extra handle, which is what I did. So you have a little longer handle if you want to switch it off like that. But this case fits the standard Envoy razor. And again, it's just a beautiful, beautiful fit, just like that. Absolutely beautiful. Now here's the shaving tip. Okay, if you have a vintage Gillette Fat Boy razor, like this one right here, this case will hold it perfectly. How about that? Just like that. Isn't that fantastic? So there you go. A great reason to buy this beautiful black walnut and leather case from Rex Supply is if you have a prized vintage Gillette Fat Boy that you would like to take on your travels, or you want to maybe just kind of tuck away where it's not going to get nicked up and that sort of thing. Here it is right here. This beautiful case will perfectly hold a Fat Boy razor, a Gillette Fat Boy razor. And you can see that the sizes of the Envoy and the Fat Boy right there. Envoy and the Fat Boy right there. I mean, absolutely fantastic, fantastic match for this case. So there it is. Once again, the Fat Boy razor fits right into this case absolutely beautifully, seamlessly. It's just absolutely wonderful. So get up to Rex Supply and check out the case. They also have a new one in navy and gold. Really beautiful color scheme too, the leather and the wood on that one. They also have these black walnut and leather cases. They also make a case that will also accommodate the longer handled Envoy XL razor. If you just want a longer handled razor in the Envoy XL and you need a case for it, they make a case for that. But this shaving tip is for the standard sized Envoy razor and the case that holds that standard size Envoy razor. So if you have a vintage Gillette Fat Boy and you've been looking for the perfect razor case for it, here it is right here. The Envoy razor case will hold that vintage Gillette Fat Boy. So check it out at Rex Supply. We'll have a link to their website below where you can check out the Envoy razors, the cases, and all their wonderful, wonderful razors up there. The Council slant adjustable razor, the Ambassador adjustable razor, and everything that they have up there. Really, really, really terrific wet supply gear up there. Razors and all kinds of great stuff from Matt Pisarsek and the folks at Rex Supply. My thanks once again to Mark Bagwell for a really, really terrific, terrific shaving tip. The Envoy standard case will hold a Gillette Fat Boy perfectly. Thanks again, Mark. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have some Shave Den visits this morning, and we're going to kick things off with something from viewer James Gazda, Jim from Northfield. He has a new acquisition in his Shave Den, and he writes, "Hey, Mark, call off the dogs. The hunt is over. I finally located the cornucopia of razors. This is a 1960 fourth quarter made Gillette toggle adjustable razor. This is in new old stock condition. This one came with original case, blade bank, and even the original price tag. It is immaculate. I have been patient ever so long, but it is so well worth it. I had to pay a pretty penny, no wife, no budget, but I still received an excellent price. This definitely will go to the top of the chart along with my Gillette Executive Adjustable in new condition and my Gillette Double Ring. Goes to show you, if you are patient and diligent, the right time, right place always pays off. Have a wonderful weekend, Jim. Jim, that's absolutely gorgeous. It looks brand new and $10 back in 1960. Wow. I wonder what that's worth. in 2024 dollars. That's that's something for Google to figure out. That is absolutely beautiful. And to have the original price tag, original blades, original case, it looks brand new. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations on that. And thank you so much for sharing with all the viewers. And again, you're absolutely right. Patience, diligence, you can always find a great vintage razor. It just takes patience and time doing your research, understanding the history of what it is that you're looking at, having a little bit of background knowledge. We mentioned Matt Pisarcik at Rex Supply and Razor Emporium earlier in the show, and Matt has a wealth of information on his blog regarding vintage Gillette razors. So that is a terrific resource to go to learn about vintage Gillette razors as you hunt for your special vintage Gillette razor. Absolutely. So Jim, thanks again for that. That's absolutely fantastic, and congratulations. Thanks for sharing it with all the viewers out there. Really do appreciate it. Another Jim, James Sefton, passes this one along, and he says, hello, Mark. Hope this finds you well. I received the 1955 Super Speed from Backroads Gold and can't say enough good things about them. Great shave and my new favorite razor. Take care. Absolutely beautiful, Jim. Thank you so much for passing this along. And he also added here, hey, Mark, the razor was redone in nickel. It wasn't my razor. I purchased it from Backroads Gold, and it is in perfect condition. The 1955 Super Speed flare tip absolutely looks beautiful. Again, thanks so much for clarifying that. This is not something that he sent to them to replate or tune up. Backroads Gold did that on their end and put that particular model up for sale. And James has a really beautiful vintage Gillette Super Speed flare tip now. Thanks so much for sharing that, James. A really, really wonderful addition to your shave den. And finally, Christian Ortlep sent along a couple of photos of the George sketch he received recently for a shaving tip. And he has George in his shave den. And he's using this particular sketch framed up in a lot of his shave of the day photos that you can find on Instagram. So check out his Instagram feed where you can see his shave of the day photos, and including these two pictures of George framed up. He has that also featured in his shave of the day. So Christian, thank you so much for sending along the photos of George framed up in your shave den, and thank you so much for featuring him in your shave of the day photos. Really, really do appreciate that. I'm very, very flattered and honored by that. Thank you so very, very much. And that wraps up this week's look at shave dens. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again real soon. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Just get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, and now right here on YouTube. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on, one more sip. Oh, yeah, that is fantastic. I hit the trifecta this week. What a great week to hit it, too, being the 4th of July, Independence Day, coming up on Thursday. But, yeah, 3 great new items. The Black Rifle Coffee Company's Beyond Black Keurig cups. Thanks again to Jason Ellison and the boys. That's fantastic. The brand new Keurig coffee machine, just working great. Absolutely fantastic. And of course, this terrific coffee mug. Again, the Snoopy and Linus Security Blanket coffee mug from viewer Jimmy V Photography. Jimmy, thank you again so very, very much. This is an absolutely awesome coffee mug. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And yeah, it does bring back some nice memories of meeting Mr. Schulz and chatting with him for a few moments. That was really just terrific meeting him. A real honor meeting him too. Very, very nice man. And, very humble, just happy to share a few moments with a lot of cartoonists in the National Cartoonist Society. He loved being around cartoonists, and he loved talking cartooning with a lot of the folks in the organization. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Never called him Sparky. His good friends called him Sparky, and I always called him Mr. Schulz. But very, very nice man. So it was always nice to have an opportunity to say hello to him and shake his hand and that sort of thing. So yeah, really neat meeting him. And the coffee mug brings back some nice memories of meeting Mr. Schulz. Hang on, one more sip. Absolutely fantastic cup of coffee this morning in a great mug. And the coffee's been made in a great Keurig machine. Wow, 3 for 3. Absolutely fantastic. Well, we have a really great refill segment for you this morning. Some great comments in refill. We're going to kick it off with something from viewer Rick Festa, who writes, wow, my first cold shave. After watching the 3MB today, I went out in the yard to do some work. After a couple of hours, I was hot, tired, and sweaty. Took a cool shower and said, what the heck, I should try a cold shave. I used Sterling's iced coffee with menthol, followed by alum, Thayer's cucumber witch hazel, and then Duke Cannon aftershave balm with menthol. I think I will be awake for the next few days. Very refreshing on a hot June day. As always, thank you for another great 3MB. Well, thanks very much for the nice comments, Rick. Again, the viewers make this show, and I'm very, very appreciative to all their contributions. And again, they make the show. So I will pass along your thanks to all the viewers out there. But yeah, cold water shaves, yeah, they're terrific on these hot summer days. Very, very refreshing. And you've got some great ingredients there. The iced coffee with menthol. So glad you did the alum block. That's been a big part of my post-shave routine. The Thayer's cucumber witch hazel, that sounds marvelous. I'll have to get that one and try it. And Duke Cannon aftershave balm with menthol. That is a fantastic aftershave balm. We had it in this morning's shaving tip from Dapper Dave. He used that as well. It's a good one. I have some of my shave dent. It's a good one. I really like that one a lot. And yeah, if you've never tried a cold water shave, this is a perfect time to give it a try on these hot summer days. Very, very refreshing. So Rick, I'm so glad that you enjoyed yours, and terrific that you gave it a try. Really, folks, give it a try. Cold water shaves, really very, very refreshing during the summer months. Scott Martin wrote, another phenomenal show, Mr. Zarady. Thanks for including my tip about not getting alum on your blade. Hopefully that will prevent a few cuts. And every single person that sees this video needs to grab some Old Salty. It's a winner. I agree. Old Salty right here from Phoenix Shaving. The review ran this past Saturday. This is marvelous. Oh, this is a fantastic summer scent. If you've ever been to the Atlantic coast, the Pacific coast, you know, the seaside, boy, this is what this scent is. It's absolutely fantastic. Perfect for the summer. Absolutely wonderful. He continues here. And every single person that sees this video needs to grab some Old Salty. It's a winner. I bought the shampoo conditioner puck, took a whiff, and immediately ordered the EDP. I'm going to wear that one all summer long. Cheers, Scott. Yes, Scott, thanks for confirming. It's a wonderful summer scent. And I would imagine you could wear it year round as well, but it really is terrific. And viewers recommended this one. I'm so glad I picked it up. Absolutely fantastic. So thanks for confirming how wonderful Old Salty is, Scott. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Sell It Man. And he writes, I bought the A&E Plum and Bliss at Peter's Open House. Oh, wow, you were at the meetup there. Wow, that's fantastic. I love it so much. I just ordered the splash with a few other items. Can't wait to pair them up in a shave soon. Great Monday morning mailbag as always. Cheers. Kevin W. Hey, Kevin, well, that's your name and your screen name is something else here. But Kevin W., thank you so much. Please pass along your comments regarding the open house and how that was. Would love to report that to viewers. And please put together a review of Plum and Bliss and send that along. We'll share that with the viewers as well. That sounds wonderful. I sampled the scent at the Maggard meetup. Peter shared the scent with me. It's marvelous. It really is terrific. So if you're looking for a great scented shaving cream, try out Plum and Bliss. The performance of those shaving creams from Ariana and Evans is absolutely phenomenal. And Plum and Bliss, a terrific scent. I know, I sample it. It's fantastic. It really, really is. So enjoy that, Kevin. Thanks very much for the report. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Jay Hipple. I swapped over to Omega boar brushes and will never go back. I don't like synthetic brushes. They just aren't scruffy enough for me. Well, you know what? That's a very, very good point. Some wet shavers like to have a little bit of tooth in their shaving brushes to lift the whisker, especially during a face lather. You use that. And I know I've got a couple of older synthetic brushes that have a little bit of tooth in them that will lift that whisker. But you're right, for the most part, a lot of synthetic brushes are so nice and soft, they don't have that extra little bit of scruffiness, that extra little bit of tooth that some wet shavers like or prefer to use during a face lather to lift that whisker up. So I think the boar brush does a very good job of that. And yeah, I think, you know what, your face, your rules, absolutely. But a great point regarding boar brushes. Thanks very much for pointing it out. Really, really do appreciate it. Arthur Shaves wrote, is the Pre-Shave 2.0 a good investment? This is regarding the Cube 2.0 from Phoenix Shaving. It's great. I like it a lot. I think that any of the viewers out there that have tried the Cube 2.0 really do like it a lot. I like it because it's a great degreaser to clean your face before the shave. It's a great pre-shave lather. It's soap. It's not a cream, it's not an oil, it's a soap. So that, that has an extra soapy, lathery kind of slickness that goes well with any kind of lather that you paint on, especially if you're doing a bowl lather. So I like it a lot. I prefer the mentholated version, and I like the standard Cube 2.0 with activated charcoal and menthol. I like that one a lot, although you can try the non-mentholated version. I recommend that if you're going to try it, get them both. Get the mentholated version, get the non-mentholated version, try them both, and then you'll figure out which one you prefer. But I like the mentholated version a lot. I like that little extra kick of menthol that it has, and it goes well with all shave soaps and shave creams and all scents across the board. I do have some cubes that are scented for specific shaving soaps. Those are also very, very good, but I find myself using the standard activated charcoal cube with menthol. And I do have the non-mentholated version, but I really like the mentholated version. And you know what? I'm going to have to get some more because the one I have is getting really, really low. And I also like the Tube 2.0. And that works really, really well. It is terrific for travel. So yeah, I think it's worth it. And I'll put it to the viewers. What do you think about the Cube 2.0 pre-shave? Please comment below. Give us your thoughts and your experiences with it so that Arthur Shaves can make an informed decision. So thanks very much for the question, Arthur. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Witar7090. I have a tub of the CC1 and one tub of the CC2. I find both of them excellent for building a lather. I would recommend either formula. Well, hey, Witar7090, thanks very, very much for confirming how great CC2 is and CC1 is from Collette Classic Supply Company. Stay tuned. We have a discussion and a review from Mark Bagwell coming up very, very soon regarding Collette Classic Supply Company Artisan Shave Soap. Stay tuned for that. So, Witar, thanks very much for confirming how great both of these formulas are. Really do appreciate it. This comes from Rod Sloan, 706. And he wrote, Melbourne. Oh, he means Melbourne, Australia. That's really neat. Rod, thanks for checking in all the way from Australia. Really, really do appreciate that. He writes, Melbourne, love your reviews, Mark. Like you, I frequently get low volume zings, possibly going too often over the same spot. Too often. And he says, chin's my trouble spot and sometimes jawline. But every now and then I get a zing-free shave on 3. Go figure, keep them going. Zing-free shave on an adjustable razor at level 3, yeah, I can understand that because on some of my razors that adjust from 1 to 6, level 3 is where I start, and that's probably the upper level for me. And I would say doing it at 3 and then maybe coming down to maybe 2, 1.5, something like that. Yeah, like you, I'll get a zing-free shave. There's something to be said about a zing-free shave. It's absolutely fantastic. And we mentioned the alum block earlier. And when I incorporated an alum block in my post-shave routine, when I started in my wet shaving journey, it really, really changed the game for me. I originally got an alum block from the Art of Shaving in the local mall, and I bought some of their wet shaving gear, and one of the pieces of wet shaving gear I got was an alum block because the sales girl there said, oh yeah, you know what, you want an alum block. And I kind of put it aside, not using it, and then I started using it after doing a little bit of research, and it was a game changer. And it really helped refine my technique. And it tells me, as you point out, if I've gone over an area too much without any lather protection there, or maybe I've had too heavy of a hand, or maybe I've adjusted that razor to too high of an aggressive level for my particular skin, it really, really helped refine my technique and help me to understand how to refine my shave so that I bring those zings to a minimum or a zing-free shave. There's nothing better than a zing-free shave and getting a BBS result. Don't chase the BBS. Don't try to find the BBS. Let the BBS find you, as the saying goes. Don't chase the BBS. Don't try to find the BBS. Let the BBS find you. And it's just great when you get a zing-free shave and a BBS finish. It absolutely is terrific. So thanks for mentioning that, Rod. Really, really do appreciate it. And folks, again, I use an alum block in my post-shave routine. If you haven't, give it a try and let us know how it works for you in the comments below. I will say this, that some folks have experienced a little bit of dryness from using an alum block. You know what? I've not had that experience. Here, before I wrap things up here, I'll share with you a couple of ways I've used alum block. When I first started, I'd dry my face off, and then I would wet the alum block under cold water and then apply it, and then wait 30 seconds and then rinse it off and then apply my aftershave splash and my balm, that kind of thing. Now I've gotten to the level where dry my face off after my shave, I wet the alum block under cold water, I apply it, and I leave it on. And then I follow up with my splash and my balm, that sort of thing. And that works for me. So try it both ways and see what works for you. If you get a little excessive dryness from it, from leaving it on, then don't leave it on, rinse it off after you apply it. But leave it on for like 20 or 30 seconds and then rinse it off. Try it that way. Anyhow, if you've never used an alum block in your post-shave routine, give it a try. Some great alum blocks from Phoenix Shaving, from Pearl Shaving, from GBS, Parker, and others out there at really, really nice price points. And give it a try and see how it works for your shave. And comment below and let us know how an alum block works for you. So Rod, thanks again for a really nice comment. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, in previous Monday morning mailbags, we've been talking about Collette Classic Supply Company, a new artisan soap maker. And we've reviewed both their CC1 formula and their CC2 formula on the channel. And Mark Bagwell sent along this review of the White Chocolate Nut and Cherry Shave Soap from Collette Classic Supply Company. And he writes here, also entitled, The New Kid on the Block. Can it hold its own against the bigger A-lister companies? Let's find out. Presentation. Don't expect high gloss labels with fancy artwork. The labels are pretty basic, but let's be honest, you don't lather with a label. The scent. This company keeps the scents straightforward so you always know what you'll get. I can tell you my experience was very positive. I'm not a big fan of dessert type scents, but this was very good and it smelled exactly as labeled. I have to give the scents a solid rating of 10. Building a lather. I used my 3D printed bowl from Sharp Shaver. My brush was a Simpson Chubby 2 with the Sovereign knot. And this is where the soap really began to stand out. Almost instantly, it created volumes of a deep, rich lather. I was stunned at how quick it lathered and at its quality. 10 out of 10. Let's talk about the performance. As already stated, there was a great deal of cushion and it was not lacking in slickness. I was trying to decide what rating I would give the residual slickness. To decide, I put the soap to the ultimate test. After finishing my first pass, I splashed water on my face to recharge the residual slickness and shaved without relathering. And I did this using a Fatip open comb razor. It was very comfortable and no zingers later when I applied my aftershave. I rate the cushion a 10, the slickness a 10, and definitely a 10 for residual slickness. So what about the post-shave? It was very good, rivaling the best soaps. My final thoughts. I want more. The soaps are inexpensive, especially when you consider the cost to performance ratio. You can't go wrong with these soaps. Their website will be listed. You owe it to yourself to check them out. Hey, Mark, thanks again for a really terrific review of Collette Classic Supply Company's shave soap. Really do appreciate it. And folks, he was reviewing a CC1 formula shave soap. We also reviewed a CC1 formula shave soap on the channel, Collette Classics Citrus and Basil. CC1 gives really wonderful performance, and CC2 even steps it up even more with some additional ingredients to really improve the shave. So yeah, some terrific shave soaps coming out of Collette Classic Supply Company. My thanks to Mark Bagwell for sending along this wonderful review. So glad you are enjoying that shave soap, Mark. Really, really do appreciate it. So thanks again to Mark Bagwell for a wonderful review. We'll have the link below to Collette Classic Supply Company's website so you can check out those shave soaps up there. Mark, thanks again very, very much. Almost forgot to mention, Jake Collette sent along some information regarding the differences in the formulas between their CC1 shave soap and their CC2 shave soap. And he writes, the differences between the recipes, the CC1 is a bit firmer, which lets us do the refill pucks, which the ladies like for shower shaving, and it's easier to make, which lets us sell it cheaper. At $11 per tub, 5 ounces plus, or $6 per puck, 3 ounces plus. Now, the big difference between CC1 and CC2 formulas are the additional oils the CC2 formula has to help fight off nicks, keep your skin slick between passes, and help soothe your skin after the shave. The addition of bentonite clay helps give your razor extra glide across the skin, and the additional glycerin helps soften your hairs before attempting to cut them. It's a very balanced shave soap. And as he says, if you want to step it up, CC2 is $15 and a worthy step up that comes in at a really, really nice price point. So there are the differences between CC1 and CC2. Both are great. Give them a try. Thanks again to Mark Bagwell for a terrific, terrific review. And thanks to Jake for sending along the additional information. Well, earlier in the show, a viewer mentioned Ariana and Evan's Plum and Bliss shave cream. And it reminded me to share with you one of their shave creams that I had a shave with. Got to do a review on it. I took it for a test drive, an absolutely marvelous scent. Here it is, Niota. right here. This is marvelous. They write on their product page that this was inspired by Xerjoff Neo, and I believe that's pronounced Xerjoff, Xerjoff. If I pronounced that incorrectly, my apologies, but I'm reading it as Xerjoff Neo. Again, Xerjoff, and then the second word, Nio. And here's what they write about the scent on the Niota product page. Rich and tasty Calabria bergamot and neroli are mixed with mysterious spicy notes of cardamom, nutmeg, and pink pepper. This unique combination is blended with a dry, woody base of cedar and guaiac wood, Haiti vetiver, amber, and Indian patchouli. And they go on to say here that Xerjoff Neo is a captivating fragrance from the Shooting Stars collection by Xerjoff. Inspired by the Mediterranean, it combines citrus and spice notes to create an aromatic masterpiece. This is what that scent is. It's inspired by it, and boy, it's every bit of that. It's absolutely marvelous, and the shave cream is just wonderful. Absolutely fantastic, slick performance. Really terrific. You've got to try Ariana and Evan's shave creams. Wonderful scents. Wonderful performance. Niota is another one. This is very refined, very gentlemanly, perfect for an evening night out. This is really a distinguished scent. It really will make your evening out all the more special. It really is a marvelous, marvelous scent. So check it out, the shave cream, and also check out the aftershave splash. Really, really terrific. And this also has some wonderful moisturizing qualities as well. So from Ariana and Evans, Niota shaving cream and aftershave splash. My thanks to Peter Sharkalis for very kindly sending these along to the channel and allowing me to share them with all the viewers. Really do appreciate it, Peter. Check it out. We'll have links below. Well, we have a new shave soap and aftershave splash in the Shave Den from a soap company that I have just discovered. This all came courtesy of viewer Greg Pisante. Greg, thank you very, very much. From the 345 Soap Company, Faire of 1812 shave soap and aftershave splash. And Greg writes, Mark, John makes some of the best soaps I've used. This scent is my favorite and is the only aftershave I've gotten a compliment with. It smells amazing, and I guarantee you have never had anything like it in the den. Enjoy, and Mark, when it comes, let me know what you think of the scent. I got the soap and the aftershave for you and the viewers to enjoy. Here's the scent description from their website. Head on out to the wonders of the world. The World Fair is coming to town. Magnificent monstrosities of glamour and galore. The year of 1812, industry has taken the world by storm. Wars are being fought, inventions made, aristocrats of society at an all-time high. The Fair of 1812 is for the little boy who dreams big dreams, wondering what the world has in store for him, ready to take on life's challenge, picking himself up by his bootstraps. A pleasant tea-themed fragrance of green tea, black tea, bergamot, and sandalwood. And he concludes here, enjoy, Gregory Pisante. Gregory, thank you very, very much. And I can tell you folks right now, this scent is marvelous. And it is more than a tea-themed scent. The bergamot and the sandalwood are folded in so wonderfully. It really is unlike anything that I've experienced. It really is. It's not just a tea-themed shave soap. There is so much more. There is a lot of depth there. A lot of depth and a lot of texture. Oh, this is a marvelous, marvelous scent. And I can understand why you received a compliment from the aftershave splash. We haven't cracked that open just yet. I'm going to do that on first use and review, absolutely. And I'm really looking forward to using this one. Love the artwork on the label. And it promises to deliver a really, really terrific shave. The scent really is wonderful. And I agree. I've never had anything like this in the Shave Den. It just has a wonderful depth and complexity to it. And it's got that refinement, that gentlemanly quality. Oh yeah, this is another one that's going to be great for an evening night out. You can wear this year round. This will be perfect for a summer evening night out. If you're going to go to a show, a concert, dinner, that sort of thing. Yeah, again, great for the summer, great for year round. Really terrific scent. And I'm looking forward to reviewing this and using it. And it promises, just based on looking at it right there, okay, brand new tub, it just promises great, great performance. So I'm excited to use it. My thanks to Greg Pasanti for sending this along to the channel, allowing me to share with all the viewers out there from the 345 Soap Company, Faire of 1812, Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash. Greg, thanks again very, very much. Folks, we'll have links below to the 345 Soap Company where you can check out both the Shave Soap and the Aftershave Splash. Thanks again, Greg. Really do appreciate it. Oh, one more thing, a couple of other follow-up notes from Greg regarding 345 Soap Company. He writes, when this is gone, right here, the Faire of 1812, when this is gone, it probably won't come back. So it's a buy while you can deal. The one that does seasonally come back is called Fresh Cut Fade. When you see it available, buy it. It's an awesome modern barbershop scent. Trust me, you want it. Thanks very much for that, Greg. And he also passes along this regarding their shave soap. Also, this is 5.8 ounces of soap for under $20, which makes it a great value and is exactly why I love 345 Soap Company. Want to mention that to you and the viewers. Hey, Greg, thanks very much for the additional information. Really do appreciate it. Jimmy V Photography sent along this review of Citrus Ice from Ginger's Garden. And he writes, if you want a refreshing citrus-flavored shave, Citrus Ice from Ginger's Garden is it. Citrus Ice is a refreshing, clean citrus scent. It's not overwhelming, just a very pleasant blend of all the things you love in a citrus scent. From the Ginger's Garden product page, Citrus Ice Argan Wet Shaving Cream Soap that's on the cutting edge. Formulated with a refreshing citrus oil blend and a cooling agent that will sneak up on you. There is no menthol in this soap. A shave cream soap that's best used with either a shaving bowl, a scuttle, and a brush. Made with natural protective argan oil, soothing avocado, pure cocoa butter, and natural stearic acid for stable, creamy bubbles. Brings up the hair for a comfortable, close shave. Each shaving cream jar contains pure natural argan oil and a cooling agent for a slick, smooth shave. Argan Wet Shaving Cream Citrus Ice is a true cream soap. It is soft in the jar. Use a shaving mug or a wet shave scuttle for best results. Put a dollop of the shave cream in a small amount of water and whip up a creamy, long-lasting lather with your shaving brush. The natural, low-profile jar is wide for ease of use. You can flip the unique lid for easy access and some side protection to keep the lather from spilling. Or you can unscrew the lid completely for maximum surface area. Hands-on with Citrus Ice. Now, this is Jimmy's review where he continues his particular experience with this shaving cream. For this shave, I didn't use a pre-shave. The only pre-shave I use is PAA Cube, and they are mentholated. He continues here. It comes in a 4.5 ounce container, which is going to last you a long time. It doesn't take much product to generate enough lather for a 4-pass shave. I have been a fan of Ginger's Garden products for quite some time. I found the scent profile descriptions to be spot on for all her products and the quality to be outstanding. All Ginger's Garden soaps are fast lather builders with that satisfying magical shift from foam to lather density and that accompanying sound we all love. Just take a wet brush, swirl it around a dozen times or scoop a pea-sized bit and have at it. The scent quickly hits your senses when you're whipping up the lather. It's just like when you peel a fresh orange. Fresh, clean, and makes your mouth water. But it's also citrus with a refreshing twist. As soon as the lather hits your skin, you feel the cool. It's not menthol, so it's not a smack in your face. It's more like the feel of a car's air conditioner blowing on your face. Cooling, refreshing, and just what you need to kick off the shave. Like many artisan soaps, it's thirsty, so be sure to give it the water it wants. The lather is super slippery and cushions wonderfully. There's plenty of residual slickness for some quick buffing if needed. Interestingly enough, I didn't go nose blind. Throughout the whole shave, I was getting citrus hits and always feeling the cool. The aftershave is more of the same scent-wise, just more concentrated than the soap. It's not a splash, it's not a balm, it's in the middle. It has aloe vera in it, so it feels wonderfully soothing. Something I really like is the scent doesn't come into the room before I do, and it leaves with me. That wonderful scent stays in my personal space, which is where all scents should stay. Citrus Ice is available at the Ginger's Garden website. Citrus Ice Natural Argan Shave Cream. And that you can find that at gingersgarden.com. We'll have a link below. He continues here. Something else to note about Ginger's Garden, she will custom make a scent for you. She can make custom soaps, splashes, EDP, body soaps, and shampoos. I've used many of her products and they are top notch. Her facial scrub is my favorite daily scrub. If you haven't tried a soap and splash from Ginger's Garden, I strongly recommend you give them a shot. Jimmy, they sound absolutely wonderful. The shave soap sounds wonderful. Ginger's Garden sounds wonderful. The performance sounds wonderful. All in all, a wonderful artisan soap maker with some great artisan shave soaps and splashes to try. Thanks again for the review of Ginger's Garden Citrus Ice. It sounds, well, wonderful, and the performance sounds absolutely awesome. So thanks again for the review, Jimmy. Really, really do appreciate it. Folks, once more, we'll have links below to Ginger's Garden's website and also their Citrus Ice shaving soap and splash. Thanks again, Jimmy. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Wally Pankowski sent along this review, and he writes, "Hi Mark, I hope all is well. I just wanted to tell you about some new items I have and give you a review. My kids bought me a new brush. It is the Oumo X Density ST1 synthetic brush. Now that's spelled O-U-M-O. I think it's pronounced Oumo. Oumo X Density ST1 synthetic brush. It is a limited edition Year of the Rabbit brush. I used it and can tell you it works perfectly. As the name implies, it is a packed fiber brush. I did a bowl lather and it had no trouble giving me an instant boom lather. The backbone is there and feels great on my face. There is no trouble applying it to the face and getting it to paint the lather. The good thing right now is that it was on sale. The company had great customer service. I was going to buy a different brush and told them my preferences, and they replied and gave me suggestions as to how to match handle and knot. The other item that I bought was the Ethos Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash. I bought the Tonka Bean Selection. First off, the scent is fantastic. Unlike so many other companies, Ethos makes original scents and not dupes of other colognes. The problem with being so original is that his stuff sells out very quickly. I ordered this item and it was sold out less than 30 minutes later. The base, F-base, is just superb. One needs only a small amount, less than a quarter teaspoon, and it lathers up an entire bowl. The base is slick and provides an excellent protective layer while shaving. Ethos is an excellent company. The soaps are great, although a bit higher in price than the mass-produced artisan soaps. But it is worth it. It will last quite a long time. Be well and happy shaves, Wally Pankowski. Wally, thanks very, very much for that. Really, really do appreciate the reviews, folks. We'll have links to those items, both the soap and the brush. Wally, thanks very, very much. Enjoy those new wet shaving gear items, and thanks again for passing along a terrific review. Thanks again, Wally. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Wally also sent in another quick review, and he writes, Mark, I had Zach Norton make a custom brush holder for me. The opening is 36 millimeters, but he can adapt to anyone's personal requirements. It works perfectly for me and thought you would like to see it. Yeah, this is from Zach Norton of Norton Custom Design up on Etsy. He does these wonderful 3D printed shaving gear items. We've talked about some of the cases, some of the razor cases he's made, and he does these beautiful brush stands, razor stands, all kinds of great wet shaving gear that's 3D printed. And we will have a link to his Etsy store below. The brush holder looks absolutely wonderful, Wally. Thanks so much for passing it along and reminding us that Zach Norton of Norton Custom Design is up on Etsy and provides some really wonderful 3D printed wet shaving gear. Thanks again, Wally. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Viewer Aaron Watson very kindly and generously sent to the channel a leaf razor. Now, I've had several shaves with this razor, and I've done a couple of reviews, getting those edited and scheduled, that sort of thing. The first shave I had with this was with a full, nice, creamy, dense lather, and I can tell you it was a good shave. The only problem I had was on the top of my head, trying to feel that those blades engage. It could just be that it was so smooth that I really didn't feel the blade shaving the top of the head. It could also be that the lather was a little too dense for the 3-blade system. The second shave I had was using Cremo. I decided to go with a thinner, slicker kind of lather. And again, the razor gave me some nice performance, but I was still trying to figure out the technique, the pivoting head, and the amount of pressure. The third shave I had was also with Cremo, and I had a little bit of a mishap, much like some wet shavers have been reporting with the Harry's razor. Now, Harry's does not recommend their razor for head shaves. You can find that on their website and also some of their packaging. It says not recommended for head shaving, which I thought was kind of unusual. But if you go up and you do a search online regarding the Harry's razor and head shaving, you'll see some pretty bad nicks and cuts using the Harry's razor. I've used the Harry's razor for head shaving, and I have not experienced that. The first couple of shaves with the leaf razor, it went fine. I was just trying to find the proper technique to the pivoting head, the amount of pressure, that sort of thing. The third shave with Cremo, I had a mishap right back here as I came back here this way, kind of across my head, and I pressed and I pulled, and I caught myself pretty good there. Now, it could be because of the summer months that I had a bug bite up there. That's what I think may have happened. But boy, I pressed a little too much and I had a mishap. So it's a couple of different things. It's either operator error on my part, or there was some kind of a bug bite there that I sliced open and sliced it open pretty good because, 3 blades going across it. I tend to think it was a bug bite that I caught myself with. But I did want to give you an update, and the reviews are going to run here on the channel, just wrapping up some editing and that sort of thing and getting them scheduled. But overall, I thought the performance of the leaf razor was very good. I just happened to have that mishap. So as I say, there is a third option there too. Because it was Cremo, I may not have had enough product up there because it happened on my second pass. So I may not have put enough product up there to provide slickness. I may have, it may have been operator error. My question to leaf razor users out there, if you use this for a head shave, have you had anything similar happen to you? Again, I think my situation was operator error, or it was some kind of a bug bite up there from the summer months that this razor caught, because when I'm shaving behind myself here, I'm kind of flying blind. I will say when I used a full, rich, dense, creamy lather, nothing went wrong. So I think going forward, I'm not going to be using a thin, slick kind of lather with the leaf razor. I'm going to be using a nice, thick, creamy, dense lather, lather built in a lathering bowl and applied with a brush to give me a lot of nice protection. And also I'll vary the pressure a little bit. I have found that you really don't need a lot of pressure. You just need a little bit to kind of engage the, you can kind of engage that pivoting, tilting head there in order to conform to your scalp as you're shaving, but you don't need to press down a lot. So my case was either pressing too hard, not having enough protection there, or the bug bite. One of those three. So I don't think it was the fault of the razor per se. But let me know if you've had any similar experiences, and also let me know if you've had any mishaps with the hairy razor for head shaves. I have not had any problem with this at all. Again, I think it's because I was using a lighter touch, and I think that's how I'm going to modify my shaves with the leaf razor. Use a little bit lighter touch and make sure that there's a lot of protection there, because there's 3 blades there. But overall, boy, that first shave was really very, very good. I really enjoyed it. And again, thick, dense, creamy, rich lather is what I'm going to be using going forward with the leaf razor. And I think I'll get some really, really nice results. Want to pass that on? Comment below and let me know what your experience has been with the leaf razor for head shaves and also the Harry's razor for head shave. Really do appreciate it. Looking forward to all the comments and the great discussion. Hey, Bill Murphy sent along this information that expands on a shaving tip we had in a previous Monday morning mailbag. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. A few months ago on the 3MB, someone was asking about shave soap and stubble clogging their drain. Here's something that might help. When I was in our local Target store, I saw a display of inexpensive bowls and plates. Everything was just 50 cents. So I bought a bowl. The bowl is too big for me to use as a lather bowl, but I thought I would use it for rinsing my razor instead of using the sink. It works great. Here is how I use it. Before shaving, I fill the bowl with water and soak my synthetic brush. I wring the excess water out of my brush. While shaving, I use the bowl to rinse my razor instead of using the sink. After I finish my shave, I dump the water in the toilet. The toilet can handle the stubble and soap better than the sink drain. This process also allows you to use clean water for wetting your face between passes. This works great, and it also extends the time between sink clogs. I got this idea from watching Ken Surf's videos. The bowl is very sturdy, made of recycled plastic, polypropylene. It's BPA free, and the bowl is microwave and dishwasher safe. Cleaning is simple. It air dries in minutes. Here is a link to the bowl. For 50 cents, you can't go wrong. Have a great week. Bill Murphy. And Bill also followed up with some specifications. Here are the specifications. Overall height is 2.62 inches. It's BPA free. The capacity is 33.5 fluid ounces. The product diameter is 6.62 inches. Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. Again, it's 20% post-consumer recycled plastic, polypropylene, microwave safe, reheating only, dishwasher safe. Really, it looks like a really terrific bargain for 50 cents. And if it helps your sink and prevents from sink clogs, from stubble and soap going down the drain, yeah, all the better. We'll have a link below to it. Hey, Bill, thanks very, very much for this. Really, really do appreciate it. Very, very helpful. So, folks, check it out. It's at your local Target, 50 cents. Sounds like it's large enough to handle your razor and your brush. And just take whatever's in there and dump it down the toilet, flush it away, and you'll save a little strain on your sink, clogging up from all that stubble and soap over time. Bill, thanks very, very much for a very helpful tip and a link to a really, really terrific product that's at a terrific price point. Really do appreciate it. Thanks again, Bill. Viewer Jimmy Day sent along this email, and the subject heading reads, Supply SE versus Schick Type G injector. And Jimmy writes, Hi Mark, I hope all is well. Out of those two razors mentioned in the subject, which would you say gives the best shave, smoothness, and efficiency-wise? I appreciate any input you have on both razors. Best, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, absolutely great question. I can give you my personal experiences with both of these razors. I started shaving with an injector razor with the Schick Type G razor. I believe it's a Type G right here. This dates from, I believe, the 1940s. I happened to see Cary Grant use this razor in a film called Mr. Blandings Builds His Dream House. And I was really, really just so intrigued by it. I found one on eBay and started shaving with it. Now, it's a very, very sharp shaver, very, very efficient. And my early shaves with this resulted in a slight nick here or there, nothing major, but boy, definitely a different kind of approach from a DE razor. And I don't think I fully understood how to use an injector razor. And yeah, so the Type G was something I was very interested in, intrigued by. I was getting some really, really close shaves, but I don't think I was using the razor properly. Then a viewer named Greg from Virginia very kindly sent a channel, the Supply SE, with the Nick Stop technology right there on the razor head. And you know what? It was love at first shave because Supply instructed you on how to use the proper shaving angle. And that is, take that name, Supply, that you see right there on the razor head and place that against your skin. And now you have the proper angle. Now that I understood where the proper angle was, I was getting some great shaves with this razor. Plus, their blades are very, very good. Their Black Label blades are wonderful. And I also like the fact that with the Supply SE, it has this little thumb screw here that you can unscrew and disassemble the razor head and get in there and clean it out, that sort of thing. So yeah, really love this razor. And you know, we talked about the leaf razor earlier for head shaves. This is my go-to for head shaves. I love using this razor for head shaves. It's been marvelous. So I love this razor a lot. But here's the point. Based on my experience and use of the Supply SE razor, my use of the Gillette Type G injector razor and other injector razors in the Schick line improved immediately. I mean, it was really amazing. This Supply razor improved my technique with an injector razor, and that improved technique transferred over to the Schick Type G injector razor and some of the other injector razors that I have in my injector razor collection. So yeah, that's why I love the Supply razor so much. It really made using an injector razor so enjoyable and so easy. And that use and I guess you could say muscle memory that I built up from using the Supply razor transferred right over to the Schick. And I now love using the Schick Type G injector razor because I improved my technique so much with the Supply SE. So if I had to recommend you to choose one, I would recommend you get the Supply SE and shave with this. It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's close. I use it for head shaves with nick-free head shaves. It is wonderful. And after you use this injector razor for many, many, many shaves, you'll find that you'll have your technique honed to where you can then use a vintage Schick razor and understand the angle of approach, the touch, the shave stroke, that sort of thing. At least that was my experience. So I hope that helps you in some way. Anyone else out there use a Schick Type G injector razor or other Schick injector razor? Please comment below and let us know. Add to this discussion and send along some additional information regarding shaving with a Schick injector razor and also a supply injector razor. Really would love to read those answers, those comments, and those suggestions, and I'm sure they'll be very, very helpful to Jimmy. Jimmy, I hope that answers your question, and I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you're able to make an informed decision in deciding which to go with, the Supply SC or the Schick Type G injector. Thanks again, Jimmy. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.